Hi, hi. Thought I'd bring you in on this. This is a painting I did yesterday on outside on location. A little scene here in town. I've always loved it. The greenhouse, I like the challenge of painting greens, and I like the railroad track, so I think it's a cute scene, and I think I depicted it fairly well. Once I got it home, which is very typical, it's just too dark. The light was kind of unusual and kind of hitting it kind of this way. It started peeking around and catching a little bit of the side, which you can see I brightened up a little bit. So we're just going to play around with it a little bit and see if we can't brighten it up. So that's my plan. Let's see what we can do here. I can brighten the greens, I can brighten the road. So I don't know, thought maybe you'd enjoy seeing me play around with it a little bit. And this may be too much. Yeah, I don't know if you do any plein air, but it's a very common thing to have happen. You get out there and you get home and things are just too dark. There was a shadow from this tree and there was a shadow coming in from there. This kind of went uphill, and this went away kind of downhill. So I'm trying to kind of work with the lay of the land. I'm not sure that's right yet, but we'll just keep moving forward. Actually, I think I'm going to vary the greens a little bit. All right, let's lighten up the road now. Of course, we'll just lay some white out because we want to go lighter. Put a little yellow in it. Maybe a little cad red light. We'll pull it a little toward orange. You know, once again, like everything, you could ruin it. Is it ever really ruined? I mean, you just can come back. And I had my tone on this like I always do, and you can see the pink there that I cut in. I went across there and cut in the railroad track and made the decision to leave that. A lot of it, I like it. So see, we even had like a little sidewalk coming here. I'm going kind of with the light coming from this way because eventually it did make it around there. So I think I'm going to even take a little orange and kind of highlight the tree a little bit. This house, I kind of made it unimportant. I hope it's, it's not really something you're even looking at, really. Okay, so I'm brightening that side. And again, I always say if you go back and work on them, if you're lucky, you improve them. Sometimes you don't. But again, if I don't feel like I do, I just leave it alone for a while and come back at it again. This is the tree that's closest to us, quite obviously. So it's the one I don't know that I'll worry about. You know, I want that tree to recede and that one back there. There's not a lot of sky showing, but I think I'm going to lighten up the sky that is showing. Trying to decide. It obviously is blue, and it's a pretty dark blue. See, I can still wipe off, because it's oil paint, I can still wipe off yesterday's paint. I'm back to the canvas there. I think I'll go with my usual sky color, which is cobalt and white, but we'll go a little lighter. Just everywhere I see the blue. Trying to brighten up some of the foliage here. Now I did put some red there in the front on each side. There were rose bushes, and the red being a complement to green I thought was nice. I'm trying to brighten the edge of the railroad crossing sign just a little bit, because it would be, wait a minute, let me grab my palette knife, because it would be catching light. The lettering on that I just did with a palette knife yesterday. Put a little bit more color on it. I even had the little street sign over here. All right, let me get back and look at it. See, I scraped in where the dormer was back to my tone, which was much brighter. Trying to think if there was anything else that would improve it here. Do a little highlight on the railroad track. We'll see if we like that. Kind of missed that, but I don't know that I care. You know, kind of went pretty far past the sign. And I think to make a little more brightness to this side, we'll put a little bit of this. It's white with a little yellow in it. Put it on some of the window moldings. Make it sparkle a little more over here, you know. Do we like that or not? All right, I'm probably gonna, I feel like I kind of lost the track over here, and I'm gonna put a little orange down in there. No reason, just because it's a complement to the green. Won't be long, I'll be painting oranges and yellows in the trees. Oh. Brighten up the center line just a little bit. I think that's better too. Little tiny changes. All right. Hopefully you think I did some improvements here. This is a stone wall here. We'll put a few little highlights. I actually, normally I put up my umbrella when I paint out, and yesterday I was on the sidewalk, so I couldn't even get my umbrella up. So everything was in sun. My paints were in the sun, my painting was in the sun, so, you know, it just affects it and makes it look, you end up with a darker painting usually than you intended to. I think I'm going to leave that dark in the middle there. I want it to stand out, that line. All right, so I'll probably see something else, right, as soon as I get away from it. Because the sun was coming this way, I'm not sure that it matters, but this end of this house got much brighter before I quit. So we'll brighten it up a little bit too. Like I said, this to me is not important, you know, this end of the house, and I love this. Whoa, we got too far over. Just brightening up that street sign. All right, so hopefully I made improvements. We brightened the road, we brightened the grass, the house, some of the highlights on the building. I brightened up the tree, which we might do a little more of, because that's the one that's in front. I do have some highlights on the steps already, so. All right, let me know, I guess, if you think I improved it. If you're from this town, you would recognize it. Okay, that was just a quickie. Like I said, I for myself, I think it would be interesting if someone would put out a DVD where they just came in and did finishing touches to paintings, because it's a big deal. Those little final touches can make a tremendous difference in a painting. Oh my gosh, you know, sometimes one stroke, it's like, so that would be of interest to me personally. If someone would maybe have a batch of plein air paintings that they just did these 15-minute touches to develop and, you know, bring them further along. Okay, all right. Thanks so much for joining me. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.